Hello everyone, this is Andre with VSG and Me, and I'm coming in with a week 4 update. Hopefully you're tuning into this channel because you want to get some updates on my process. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 30th, 2017, and this is my journey through the process. So currently today, if you know, I've been watching, I am in week 4. I've actually done videos for week 2 and week 1. And I also did one of the day of the surgery. I did not do week 3. Week 3 was kind of a stagnant week for me. But I can tell you that week 1 was definitely the clear liquid stage. Week 2 was the full liquid stage. Week 3 was supposed to be a puree stage. I ended up not doing the puree stage. They kind of progressed my diet to the soft food stage, which actually worked out really good for me. I didn't really see how I was going to do puree foods on Thanksgiving, so that kind of worked out for me. But, you know, my wife actually did some really cool things. She actually was very creative and used cauliflower and a lot of different recipes. We were able to use our pressure cooker, have some great meals through that as well. Got the meats down as soft as we could, which made good for the chewing because, as you know, we have to chew a lot, almost to a mush type of consistency. But having a pressure cooker really helped out a lot. And then also prepping, prepping meals really helped out a lot. So when I go to the refrigerator, I don't have to think about it. If you don't have to think about it, you're gonna be successful. If you go in there, you got to think about it. You got to start preparing for what you want to eat. You start looking around. You look into the closet or the pantry. You look into the refrigerator, and you start thinking about what could I really have right now that might not crash my diet or might not make me hurt right now. And I have found that prepping foods and having ready to go foods have been the key throughout the day. Even getting, clearing my pantry, that was another thing that was very helpful to me. If I have those bad foods in my pantry, it's easy to go back to them. So one of the first things we did in pre-op is we cleared the pantry of all the foods that I could not have, things that I know that I wanted and it would be a risk for me. So I got rid of all that kind of stuff. So now in week 4, it was really easy. The hardest part was the clear liquid diet, the CO2 gases that they kind of fill your cavity up with. That was tough with the gases and all that, getting the gases to absorb into your body and release because, as you know, they don't release the natural way. So you got to kind of deal with it and walk, drink water, and walk again. So my numbers. I got to look over here. I got notes here. My highest weight was 305. That was back in December or January of this year, 2017. My pre-op weight was 292. My surgery weight, day of surgery after my pre-op diet of 2 weeks was 275. And then my current weight right now kind of fluctuates in between 250 and 253. It kind of really depends on what I've had for the day. I think I'm slowly losing, a half a pound or a pound, that kind of thing. But depending on what I eat and how long my body takes to process what I put in, there's a result in the scale. One thing I did try to do is I try to weigh myself at the same time every day. I try to do it. If I'm going to do it every day, at least right now, I'm kind of obsessed with it. And we all kind of are in the beginning. They tell you not to get on the scale, but maybe once a week or something like that. But you can tell yourself that you won't, but we do. I will say, though, the first couple weeks, they say from the surgery time until you go back to the 2-week follow-up appointment, not to get on the scale because your body's going to gain weight right after surgery. It did. And then weigh yourself. They will weigh you at the 2-week check-in. I happened to weigh myself right before the check-in, so I kind of knew, and I kind of did that on purpose to calibrate my scale just to make sure when I got up in the morning, what is it going to look like? So when I went to the doctor, I wore the exact same clothes that I weighed myself on the scale. So I knew exactly where the two were. And they're right on. We have a digital scale as well. So do they. So it was really good. So weigh yourself before you go to your appointment with exactly what you're going to wear to your appointment. That way you can calibrate your own scale. Another thing that I'm doing now is I'm walking every day, 2 to 4 miles a day. I'm even doing the elliptical in this 4th week. I started the elliptical this week. I'm not doing the full hand elliptical. I'm doing the stationary one, and I'm just kind of moving my hands around as it feels comfortable for me to work out. I don't want to do the full one and have something go wrong with my incision or something like that. So I recommend, if you're at the stage of, where they allow you to get on the elliptical, do not move your hands around, let your scars heal and that kind of thing before you do. But the treadmill's good. Even on rainy days, it's wintertime now, cold days, I don't want to go outside. If I don't want to go to the gym, I have errands to run. If I need to go to the hardware store, I walk the entire hardware store. I walk every aisle to get my steps in. If I got to go near the mall, I go inside the mall. I walk the mall. I walk end to end several times, getting my steps in. There are some creative ways you can do that. You don't have to worry about going to the gym every day. I give my wife a hard time because when she's doing the challenges and whatnot, through the Fitbit challenges, she walks at home a lot in place. So I found myself doing that as well, especially in the beginning when that gas was really bad. So don't be ashamed to walk in place. I remember doing that back in my athletic days, running in place, walking in place. Those are very valuable things to do. I'm really looking forward to my 6-week appointment where I can actually go into a full workout. Maybe I can do more strengthening, strength toning, maybe taking some classes, things like that, and doing more than just walking. I'm ready to start doing push-ups. I'm ready to start doing sit-ups, some light weights. I'm not looking to bulk up like I was before. I was a power lifter. When I played football, I was in the 1,000-pound club all those days, the heavy weights and all that. I think it would kill me now, because when you're not lifting and young like you used to be, that muscle tends to turn to fat. And with a bad diet, not exercising, and multiple injuries, which I had to go kind of overcome and go through with knee injuries and knee surgeries, the weight just slowly comes on with age and with lack of movement and whatnot. So all those factors are real. So take all that into consideration. Don't be discouraged right now. My weight loss being at between 250 and 253. I'm happy with it. There are some people that have lost more, some that have lost a lot less. But I don't remember the last time I lost that amount of weight in the same period of time. I've lost more weight before and gained it all back and then some. But with the tool, the sleeve tool, my goal is to have this keep the weight off permanently. I still have to make the changes. You still have to make the changes. Don't think that this is just going to be the easy way out. You got to make good choices. You got to put in the good protein. You got to keep the sugars low, keep the carbs low. I haven't figured out what kind of diet I'm going to be on. Once I get to my goal weight, I just know now I'm doing high protein, lots of liquids, low carbs. My nutritionist did say that I need to make sure that my carbs are less than my protein. I'm getting between 90 and 120, 130 grams of protein a day. So my carbs have to be less than that. Mine happen to be significantly less than that. But if I have a time where I want a little extra carbs and I know my protein is really high, I don't worry about it too much. So I just have that little extra couple of spoons or whatever I have. And I also treat myself too. One of the things we did at Thanksgiving is for dessert, we actually got the pumpkin pie filling, which is actually really good for you and has been proven to be really good for you. You can look it up. But the pumpkin pie filling, mix that up. We also put some sugar-free Cool Whip or whipped cream on the top of it. That was really good. And I really felt like I was having pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, especially around the holidays. Those little wins, you're going to have to want to do those all around. The sugar-free popsicles are another good one. Little treats, you don't think about them, And I'm at the point now, I almost can't tell that it's sugar-free. Maybe I can. Maybe it's my mind tell me I know it's, sugar-free. But I don't think my taste buds know. So when I get that treat that says I can have that popsicle or something like that sugar-free, I indulge in it. I love the Premier Protein shakes. Some people don't like them. I love them. In fact, I think those are treats as well. And the fact that you get 30 grams of protein per shake. It's really, really good. I've been mixing those with the PB2, which is the peanut butter and or the chocolate or both after a workout. So you kind of refuel yourself after a workout. That's been really, really, really good. I think the hardest part for me right now is making sure I get my vitamins in. I'm taking the Bariatric Advantage multivitamin with iron, so I only have to take that. And then I'm taking that twice a day, and then I'm also taking the Bariatric Advantage calcium chews. They kind of look like square Starburst. There's a lot of different flavors. There's caramel and strawberry and stuff like that. And those are really good too. So I don't really feel like I'm taking vitamins, but the hardest part is remembering to do them because you can't take them all at the same time. So first thing I do when I get up is typically I have coffee and some sort of a breakfast, whether it's a protein shake, oatmeal, cream of wheat, something like that. And I immediately take one of my 2 chewable vitamins right after. And then a couple hours later, I take calcium. A couple hours later after that, I take the second of my chewable multivitamins, and there's 2 total for the day, and there are 3 calcium 500 milligram chews that I take a day. So you gotta get 1,500 in of those a day. So every 2 hours, I kind of spread it out, and that seemed to help out. And I will show you, but I'm using the phone right now to record, but I put a little reminder in my phone that kind of pops up, says, did you take your vitamin? And I have to think about it. I like it. That's something I recommend to do as well. Sorry for the background here. I'm in my wife's craft room right now. We have family here for the holidays, so this is kind of the only room available that wasn't being occupied by someone sleeping in it or running around in it, that kind of thing. So I like it her wall, though. She has right here, it says, be creative back there, and you can zoom in on it if you want to, but it is, the color in this room inspires creation. So for me, I'm going to use the color in this room to inspire my health. Be creative in my health. Find ways to be active, whether it's walking, when it gets warmer, I'll start riding my bike again, taking classes at the gym, playing racquetball, things like that. So use this opportunity to start being creative. Start writing down things that you can do that you actually enjoy. Don't write down things you don't enjoy because you won't continue them. Don't start eating things you don't enjoy now unless you're trying to create a habit, right? I wasn't a big vegetable eater, and what was funny is during the stage where I was on the liquid diet, my wife was cooking, I think, broccoli or Brussels sprouts. I hate both of them, at least I did. They smelled delicious. I would tell you, and I haven't tried them. I'm going to try them here real soon. I'm hoping my taste buds change like they say sometimes they do, and I'm going to try it. I did try a little bite of something. I think it must have been maybe broccoli. And it was actually better than it used to be, probably because my body's craving healthier foods now. It's not even craving junk food, which is good. So I don't know. I'm rambling, but again, this is Andre, VSG and Me, and this is my journey. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Thanks for tuning into my channel. God bless.